Cheers. Oh, wait. Eric doesn't have a drink.
No drink today.
We're starting off a little different today.
Solo. Dolo.
I want to say solo. Naked. Better way to put it.
You're solo.
Yeah, I'm solo. You're naked.
I'm definitely not naked.
You're naked. Drink. You're without a drink.
I'm drinkless today.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's jump into it today. Keeping it short and simple. Today being, the day, election day.
Election day.
The little solo single from Eric. We'll be releasing that later on iTunes.
People still release music on iTunes.
Yeah.
Apple Music isn't iTunes.
Yes, it is. That's the iTunes store.
Oh.
Who do you think owns the iTunes store?
Well, I just remember the old days, bro. You'd have to plug in your iPod to it. You'd have to sync the music.
This process is way simpler now, obviously, but
how times have changed.
Yeah, but let's get into it. We got some sports going on today. We got some rap scene going on, hip hop world, and then we also got, of course, we got to get into politics. With today being the day, and I think today's gonna be a juicy one.
The last election day politics.
Yeah, so today's gonna be a juicy one. We got to get the last of it in. Me and Eric got some good theories that we were talking about back and forth earlier, all around. So let's jump into sports. Eric, this is your topic, your favorite. Let's get into it. Come on, give us something fresh, give us something new. What we got going on?
Give me a clap.
And
Lions made a trade this morning.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay. So
all the people have been waiting for this to happen.
Yes,
I think
sir.
over the last couple of days, it's been very anticipated.
Yeah,
at least the last 2 or 3 days.
We even talked about it on the last episode.
Yeah, we talked about it, but we didn't pinpoint the person yet.
Well, it was hard to be.
It was pinpointed probably less than a day afterwards. So I wouldn't be shocked if by the time you guys see this episode, a ton of shit happened, because it seems to happen every Wednesday about everything.
Yeah, me and Eric have discussed this multiple times, that we thought about changing the podcast episode because we'll do it on Tuesdays, and either Wednesday or Thursday morning there will be double the triple amount of stuff happening, and on top of it there will be a lot of answers to the stuff we talked about the day before.
So anyways, Lions made a trade this morning ahead of the deadline today at 4 p.m. There was news that there was speculation they were going to make another trade today, but they never did.
It's too late.
So they made a trade. They got Zadarius Smith, defensive edge rusher.
From the Cleveland Browns.
From the Cleveland Browns, number 99.
Mm-hmm.
Believe he's had 5 sacks on the year, around 21 pressures so far.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably top 8 at rushers.
23rd in the league.
Wow.
For pass rushing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, I was going to say just overall edges.
Think about this. Let me put this into perspective, how good Aiden Hutchinson is. He hasn't played in nearly a month now.
And he's still holding top stat?
It's top 5.
That's insane. That shows numbers. That shows volume 100%.
Yeah. So we made a trade, Zadarius Smith. I think he's going to help our defensive line. Very much so. Put some more pressure on these QBs. Get some sacks.
Absolutely.
I don't expect him to come out swinging just as good as Aaron Hutchinson did. Although he is a 10-year vet, so he might surprise us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially under new leadership. Aaron Glenn's a beast. Throw up the meme of him with the glasses all fucking fogged up right there. That shit's hilarious.
That's great. And so that's what a lot of people are saying is that the Lions are getting rained on. Aaron Glenn has his glasses without his windshield wipers on.
He should have worn the contacts.
Dan Campbell's wearing a towel around his neck, even though it's not doing anything.
No, everyone missed the point, bro.
What was the point?
It was blocking it from hitting his neck.
Well, everyone said that, but after a certain point, the towel's wet.
He's been changing it out. You just don't see him change out the towel, bro.
Yeah. Let us enjoy our moment, man. Let the critics be critics.
Nah, man, you can't hate on Dan Campbell.
I've never hated on Dan Campbell. I'm just messing.
I read some stats the other day that he went 3-23-1. And then since then, he's went... Do you know it?
No, I don't, but I know that...
He's gone like 29-3...
This I don't know, but currently let me give you some stats right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, for the last 30 catches that he's received from Jared Goff, he's gone 30 for 30. It's the first person in the NFL ever to, have 30 receptions. For the only 30 receptions that they get, they go 30 for 30.
Yep.
It's an NFL statistic.
They're breaking a lot of stats this year.
On top of that, Jared Goff is being compared right now. Not even Jared Goff, but the Detroit Lions are getting compared to the 07 Patriots, which is questionably one of the best teams to ever play in the NFL.
I mean, we all heard Tom Brady couple weeks back. What'd he say?
He would have loved to play for Dan Campbell and the Lions.
He said what Jared Goff is performing at one of the best quarterbacks, maybe behind.
Yes.
Even better than Patrick Mahomes right now.
No, without a doubt, better than Patrick Mahomes.
Because he's not playing good at all.
At all. Right now, Jared Goff is at an 81% completion rate. He went 18 for 22 on the last game with like 155 yards.
Last 6 games, 150 or 140 above passer rating too.
Well, so that's another thing I want to mention is that the last game we played the Green Bay Packers, and it was a great fucking game. I'm glad we got that win.
Played with gloves.
Right. I'm really happy about that. And the stats came out on our last 3 games. We have combined over 150 points on our last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. Which is an absolute insane stat because the stat that was compared to it is that there's 12 teams in the league who have not had that combined yet.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And everyone's also been freaking out about the touchdown ratio versus the incompletion ratio. They've scored, I think, 29 touchdowns in the last 5 games. And they had 21 incompletions, I believe.
What I want to add on top of that that's even crazier is the stats of the yardage, right? Mm-hmm. Is the amount of points. So you're saying 3-4 games to bring up 150 points. If you look at the last 3 games, the combined yardage by pass and rush, it's not more than 600 yards. So if you do that as an average, that's 200 yards a game. And you're putting up 150 points.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week, but you got to think about the game a week ago. Jared Goff had 28 yards and they had 48 points on the board already.
They had 38.
That's what I'm like. When every part of their team performs, special team performs, offense performs, defense performs. There's no one in the league that.
Yeah, everyone can kind of. I don't want to say chill out, but everyone feels as if there's not as much pressure on your shoulders. Amon-Ra doesn't feel as if he has to make every catch. Khalif Raymond doesn't have to worry about making a punt return every single time and get us to at least the 20-yard line, so we're damn near the red zone.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta doesn't have to get a touch on every time, but if he blocks like that, like he did for Jahmyr Gibbs, for him to get a 70-yard rush, that's it. That's how the team works. It's a very unselfish team.
Yeah. 100%. Who do the Lions play again this week? I forgot to look that up.
The Texans. It should.
Texans. I believe that's what I thought. I didn't want to
before J-Mo's finals
J-Mo's up. He's back. Reinstated.
Oh, he is, because we played Green Bay and Texans. Yeah.
That's why we cut 2 people the other day. One for the trade, one for J-Mo.
Wow.
And let's talk about that trade really quick. Yeah, it's still the guy. Let's talk about this trade really.
About Zadarius Smith?
Zadarius Smith.
Yeah, so I think it was a beautiful trade because as a lot of people are saying is that the Cleveland Browns traded a paper bag for Zadarius Smith. That's what a lot of people are saying. A 5th and a 6th round pick in next year's draft.
I'm a radio because I listen to 955 in the morning, Mojo in the morning.
Yeah,
they were talking about this trade, and it just happened. Like that's how I knew it happened.
Yeah.
They were like, "This is breaking news. Like it just happened. Breaking news for the Lions fans, because we've all been anticipating this. And if it didn't happen,
we didn't know what it was going
to be. And if it didn't happen this morning, it wasn't.
But we knew it was going to be an edge rusher, 100%.
Oh yeah, we just didn't know who.
Yeah.
He was like Zadarius Smith. They were like, "Damn, what did we have to trade for him? Like a 1st or 2nd round?" He's like, "Fuck, let me look it up really quick."
Some people even thought a player.
He's like, 5th and 6th round. Mojo goes, "Oh, it's time to hire a new agent. I need one."
Right there on the spot, bro. Because that's, for people who don't really understand football, that's a crazy aspect to think about. Because like Eric said, he's a veteran. He is probably one of the most valuable players on the Cleveland Browns.
Behind Myles Garrett.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's Myles Garrett. Well, isn't Myles Garrett on offense?
No, Myles Garrett is their defensive edge rusher on the other side. That they wanted like a 1st or 2nd round pick.
Yeah, so there you go. But it's just saying a lot about the players that they're picking up out of it. And the fact is that you can't believe that they're just getting thrown like that. In my opinion, to me, it almost says Zadarius Smith was like, "Get me the fuck out of Cleveland. Detroit wants me. I have a chance to make it to the Super Bowl this year."
But did you see his photo? I'm gonna throw up right here a photo of Zadarius Smith walking into his last game with the Bengals Sunday.
With the Browns.
Browns, sorry, did I say Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay, with the Browns Sunday. Navy blue suit.
Wow.
To the game. So I think he knew it was coming. He just didn't know when it was coming.
No, absolutely.
Because yesterday Dan Campbell went on an interview and said like they want to make a trade.
No,
it's
absolutely.
just it's not them holding up the process.
What you have to understand, or I mean, you understand, but like what people have to understand is that in a trade process like this, it's just like politics, right?
It's business.
The deal's made a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's just it can't be official or anything until Zadarius Smith could have been like, this is exactly what I want to do. But let me play this last game. And at halftime, he could have been like, yeah, we're getting dicked on again. I mean, I've had enough of this shit. Let me go play for the Lions. It could have went any way. It could have been like
It's a short drive.
It could have been like he didn't even know about it.
That's a short drive.
That's
Cleveland to
3
Detroit.
hours. 3 hours.
You think he flew?
I think he just went
They
first
sent
class
the
on
jet?
Delta. No.
No, they send jets when they make trades.
You think so?
It's the NFL.
Wow. Well, I mean, the Lions went home on a Boeing, on a Delta plane. I saw it in the corner.
No, yeah, when they travel like with their team, they travel on like a big rented Delta plane.
Well, say, you know how hard it would be to
Yeah.
get a plane
Look,
for
like,
a
have you
full
s-
NFL team?
When you watch like the draft footage, like Jahmyr Gibbs shows up in a jet. So does like all the like some of the top first.
Well, yeah,
class
because a lot of them go like in on it, right? So like, I don't know if you've ever seen it on TikTok and stuff like this, but it'll be like Jahmyr Gibbs' girlfriend or wife, and all the other wives are having like a party. So they get like a party bus on the way there, and then like they're all going in on this shit. So like, it's
Is that why the TikTok feed on the fucking podcast changed to like some weird shit?
No, I'm not on there. I have my own account.
That shit's all exotic snacks now.
No, I'm not on that account, bro.
It
That's
must
all
be.
you. I mean, me and you are the ones with access. So, but yeah, that's crazy to see. What's going on with the Lions. 7-1. God bless. We got a long way to go still, but
7-1.
if we can get this going to the next level, continue the streak right now, this is gonna be absolutely insane. One more thing I want to touch base on. Trades are trades still possible?
Nope.
Okay, so this is not possible.
The Tariq trade that you're
Okay.
about to talk about
Yeah.
is not going to happen.
Okay, so that's what I was just about to say. So there's a potential of Tyreek Hill getting traded to Kansas City Chiefs. Thank God, the deadline's over, because if that would have happened,
I don't think Miami.
me and Roger Goodell would have had problems. Okay,
Why?
Bro, fuck him, bro. This motherfucker is all about entertainment. That would have been the most rigged trade in history.
They would have went to the Super
They
Bowl.
Yeah, 3-peat, and it would have been fucking the most
They
rigged.
still are probably going to the Super Bowl.
No.
Bro. They're 8-0.
No. Mark my words now. There's gonna be.
Don't point at me.
There's gonna be I'm pointing at you. There's gonna be because I'm telling you, mark my words. There's gonna be an underdog fairy tale story. Cinderella story.
Lions are going to win.
Yes, but Kansas City is from the AFC, from the South. They're gonna get. Or I'm not sure if it's exactly the South, but they're gonna get knocked out by someone, and I think it's gonna be more than likely Washington.
Or the Bills.
So that's the dream right there that everyone wants to see is Bills versus Lions, because they think it'll be the most gruesome game people ever seen.
People are going for it. I think the Lions are one of the top rated teams to go.
Absolutely, but Kansas
Because
City's
on
still
a
number
bonus
one.
bet from last year, it's now in the like $30. They
Wow.
want me to cash out.
Wow.
They're paying me more
Off
than
of what was the bet?
$20 bonus
okay.
bet. They want to pay me $30 off of it.
I would definitely not take that.
I'm not taking it, but that's how you know they want you to take it. So
Yeah.
because they
Especially
know
early
it's
on.
favored on.
So it's not even halfway through the season yet.
Yeah, well, just halfway. I'm trying to
Isn't it
figure.
17 games?
It's yes, but like some teams are 8-0, some teams are 7-0.
I haven't seen anyone who's 8-0.
Chiefs.
Chiefs are 8-0? I thought it was 7-0.
Look up this. Look up the. We're already
Yeah,
through
then
halfway through. the
then yeah, we
season.
are halfway through. That's absolutely nuts. Was there anything else you wanted to touch base on for sports? I have one more thing I want to say. Lions won, Pistons won. God bless.
We
Detroit's
beat
on
the
top.
Lakers, man.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy right now. We beat Brooklyn. That was a good game. That was someone that we should be proud of beating.
Little Caesars Arena looked lit last night.
Oh yeah, Dallas.
We had what?
I don't know who we were
42
playing.
dug there. We were playing Los Angeles Lakers.
so
last
that
night.
was
That's
that game.
That's
Okay.
why I think it was so lit.
But yeah, so I know for sure we had Babyface Ray, Sada Baby. Who else did you see?
Polo G, I saw a video up there. They were all together.
Mhm.
42 Dogs, Sada Baby, Peasy,
Babyface.
Babyface Ray, Polo G, J-Mo was there, David Montgomery was there. Terrion Arnold was there. Brian Branch was there. Kirby Joseph was there.
Wow, everyone popped
Did
out.
I say J-Mo already was there?
Yeah, you did.
And that's
Didn't you say Gibbs was there?
Did I not say him?
No.
Gibbs was there.
Yeah.
And then 2 other people were there. Craig Reynolds was there. And who's the Detroit Lions player? And then like the
Did you say Khalif Raymond?
No.
Was he there?
4th Street running back was there.
That's lit though.
Yeah.
They popped out. They were rolling deep.
Yeah, all the players.
That's why Sam Brown didn't pop out.
You know what was weird though?
Huh.
It was like Gibbs and the running back sitting in one section.
Mm-hmm.
The defense was sitting on the other side of the section, and the rappers didn't come with the players.
Yeah,
but, like,
they were in their own
just there.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that's the thing I realized. You know, you hear a lot of things growing up, like, it's not gonna be like this when you're older. It's not gonna be like that when you're older. No, it really is. People still stick to their cliques. People still are little groupies, you know, and that's just how it is. Sonic and Knuckles, you can't beat that relationship. So I'm sure they were sitting there giggling the whole time.
Man, I gotta show you this TikTok afterwards of them behind the fucking.
I've seen it all, bro. They're all lovey-dovey there, pretty much. They're sitting there, hee, look at the play. Give me a fist pump, But yeah, it's lit. Let's jump into some entertainment, some rap scene talk.
Lot going on in that section too.
You know, and fast too. I'm gonna start off with Thug, Slime, Free Slat. He's out.
He's home.
You know, Thug
No
and
more
Thug is
free
home.
slat.
No more free slat. Me and Eric were listening to a couple of videos, interviews earlier. I don't think a lot of people understand on the premise of how serious this is. This is currently someone who's facing 120 years for more than just a RICO charge. You know, for a lot of alleged conspiracy attempts and I don't even know how to properly word it. A lot of crazy shit that he did. You know, supposedly,
Yep.
right? And now the man got released with 15 years of probation.
And this is great because the state showed their hand.
They did. And it came with a couple speculations, but I just want to say, I don't know if you heard about the speculations. 4 times a year, he needs to do a concert that's against gang violence and drugs.
Or a speech.
Yeah, or a speech. He can no longer do any music referencing drugs, gangs, or violence. He has to be clean for the next 15 years. What am I missing, Eric?
He can still perform.
He could travel. His passport did not get revoked.
He cannot be around gang members, but she did grant him access to be around Gunna because they're contractually obligated.
Yeah, that's no longer what's it called, a co-defendant in the case.
There was one other person too that he was his brother who's in the case, involved in the case, but that's his blood brother, so he's allowed to be around him. So he basically pled guilty to about 15 to 20 charges, and then pled NOLA on the other 3.
Pled what?
NOLA.
What is that?
So instead of pleading guilty or not guilty, it's basically.
He pled the 5th.
No, he basically, in a sense. So, all right. So when they agreed upon the negotiated terms, right, of the 25.
The 15 years of probation.
Yes, so the state wanted him to do 25 years of probation.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, and they got it lowered.
But he had to testify. Jeffrey Williams said he's not testifying. The state said,
Young Thug.
Great. I'm going to give you 45 years in jail. And then, which is very unfair because you were just about to let him walk free, but he just doesn't want to testify.
Yeah, half
so
of
now
that
you
with
want
probation.
Now you want to give him 45 years in jail. So basically, he pled guilty to the charges that carried a 5-year sentence.
Right.
But NOLA to like the racketeering charge, the RICO case, and a couple other, which means.
Well, he's not gonna self-incriminate himself.
No, NOLA means you're not taking the plea. You're not taking the plea that they're offering.
Yeah, the deal.
You're letting the judge decide your fate. So you're putting your fate in the state.
Wow.
Or I'm sorry, your fate in the court.
So,
but thankfully,
he doesn't get a jury.
No, but thankfully the judge saw all this negotiations go down. So she saw right through what the state was trying to do and gave him 15 years.
Wow.
So she, crazy. In a sense, sided with Young Thug because she knew that, hey, you just don't want to testify, so the state's trying to lock you up for 45 years. I'm not going to let that happen.
And the kind of world that we live in right now with how corrupt everything is and how frugal everything is, Do you think she got some kind of encouragement to make that deal? The judge?
I don't know.
Well, I know you don't know. I'm asking for your opinion. I know you don't know. Me and you both, if you knew, you wouldn't be sitting here, Eric. I'll tell you that much. In the world that we live in, I want to get your honest opinion.
I don't think so.
You don't?
No.
So you don't, because I'm not saying that I do agree with this, but I'm just lining up facts. You don't think it's ironic that the judge who was trying to fuck Thug over got dismissed, got caught with being caught in the crosshairs, poisonous fruit of the tree. A new judge gets appointed, starts going against the defense or the prosecutors, and then on top of that, when it came down, like you said, to the judge's decision, she went in favor of of Thug's case, of Mr. Williams' case. So I'm not making a conspiracy, but I'm just looking at facts, right? When you put all these things together, there's a lot of coincidences that are very ironic,
Well, the thing is, bro, we're on day like 154 of this trial, which is still going on because there's still 2 defendants, Shayna Stillwell and someone
absolutely.
else. Thug has not been convicted, or they have no evidence of him doing any type of crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other people that they have evidence on.
Right. And they're trying to conclude that he was the one that
Which I don't know if you heard what the judge said after she told Jeffrey, "Be safe. I don't want to see you again ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself." And they all packed up and walked out. Right.
Right.
She told the other 2 defendants still left. She was like, "You guys have murder charges. We're not, you ain't getting no pass like that."
Wow. Okay, so let me ask you this. With that being said, with how everything's kind of playing out right now, in my opinion, this was a historical case.
It's the longest trial in history.
Not even in that aspect, but I think it's something that law students will be learning about for a long time. At least a good defense attorney, I think that's something they're going to be learning about for a long time on how this case played out, because it's involved with lyrics, it's involved with so many other counterparts that you're not even part of, right? How do you think that's going to play out for Dirk? Because right now it's kind of the
Dirk's
same
being
aspect.
tried in Miami.
Well, it doesn't matter where he's being tried. My point is that he's kind of in the same aspect, right? That he's getting accused for a lot of things that he wasn't even there for, nor did he even do. They're saying that he's the one that orchestrated it, paid for it, called it. And that's more than enough, to have you charged as someone who's there and pulled the trigger.
I don't think they're just saying that. I think they got him on wire.
Well, okay, so right. So but that's the thing, is that you can have me and you on wire talking about, yeah, I fucked him up, he's gone, but without finding the body or without proving that person's gone, my words are kind of meaningless, because talking is not much in court.
So I did look into it a little bit, this arrest that happened with Lil Durk and 4 or 5 of his associates.
Yeah, because who's the guy who snitched on him? What was his name again? Do you remember?
Supposedly his name was Jam.
Yeah, Jam. How'd I forget? Because now he's in a jam.
So supposedly, the 4 people that got arrested before Dirk got arrested. Yeah. Right.
Well, those are the ones that went down to LA and were the ones who did the hit and were trying to get.
So they have all the records of Dirk buying 4 people plane tickets out of Chicago. Mm-hmm. They
rental cars and
yeah, they pretty much connected him to the murder, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But without the wire, probably hard to prove that. But I guarantee he slipped up and said it somewhere along the lines. Because obviously this Jam person was someone he trusted. He gave him 50 grand.
Well, not even that. He wrote songs about him, about how Jam got me out. I don't know exact lyrics, but
Jam got out the jam.
Yeah.
Gave him 50 bands. He ain't got to worry ever.
Thank you very much, Eric. But exactly, there's lyrics about him, on how much he trusts him and loves him, how he takes care of him. So, it's ironic to say the least. So
Jam got Dirk in the gym.
It makes me, thank you. So, but me and you talked about this off camera. It makes me and you think, if Thug got off this easily, and then right after Dirk gets picked up, do you think?
I would say maybe if it was in Atlanta, but I don't. It's not in Atlanta. He's getting tried out in Miami.
Okay, fine, fair enough. So, do you think now with the pressure being on Dirk, same case all over again, do you think now he folds? Because a lot of people say that he already did.
I'm not sure, bro. With a lot of money, he's got a lot of money.
A lot. He's got a lot of record money. You know,
That's
the
what I'm
thing.
saying.
So he's got a lot of money behind him. They're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he's free. Because who's he signed with? He's not with CMG. He has his own label.
I want to say he's a part of Def Jam though.
I don't think so. I swear he has his own label because that's how he was signing all these Chicago guys.
Or yeah, but people have labels under like Interscope or Def Jam or things like that. Besides the point, yeah, he's got a lot of money, especially after blowing up in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
With enough money, you can beat the feds. Youngboy did it once. Now he's got to do it again.
Young and Ace is still out there.
Yeah, but his time's coming too.
I don't know, man.
Did you not hear what the DA said about him? And
no, I haven't heard a thing about him. I haven't seen
someone asked him a question, the DA's office a question about him during a press conference.
Like word for word, named him?
Yeah, they're like, what about Young and Ace, blah, blah, blah. And they wrote, Young and Ace can't come to Jacksonville and move without us knowing about it.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
So do you think he's in hiding right now?
No.
Because that's a name. That's how I want to get. Before we jump into the next topic, you know, someone who I haven't talked about in a couple of months. He was dropping song after song after song, tweet after tweet after tweet, interview after interview after interview.
I think he learned. He doesn't want to get indicted.
You think so? Or do you think that because the same thing? Like, we obviously don't hear
Bro,
about
those people that got arrested for Fulio's murder were connected to Young and Ace's gang. That's why he stopped.
Well, you know, of course, but that's what I'm saying. So, do you think that he finally figured out that, like, you know, people, like, there's been enough of his own people getting arrested, a lot of his own people getting killed? Because obviously, me and you don't hear about like what happens in Detroit. How we hear about it, people in New York don't hear about that unless it's like major headlines.
Yeah.
So same thing. Like if there's like a Jacksonville person dying, you know, you're not going to hear about it. So do you think there's been a lot of retaliation and we just haven't heard about it, and then, you know, that's what kind of got him to realize he's got to stay low key now?
50-50.
Okay.
I think so in the beginning, but
and then now it's more
so
federal.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's jump into our final topic. You know, where we're again the most entertaining right now. It's coming down close. What time is it right now?
Shit, should we see if there's any update on the polls really quick?
Let's see what you can find. What time is it right now?
6:10.
Oh yeah, so find what you can right now. It's 6:10 right now. The polls close at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Michigan. It's been a hectic day, Eric. It's been a hectic week. It's been a hectic month.
I went to vote at 7 o'clock this morning.
They were open that early?
That's when they opened, bro.
Wow. And how busy was it at 7
a.m.?
Those
folks wake up early and go to work, Alex.
I don't know who these folks are. I've never heard. Then tell me, at 7 a.m., how busy was it, realistically?
Okay. You want to hear about my journey this morning?
Yeah, please tell the people real quick. Here, I'll let you look. You got it looked up?
I don't think this is right. But I'll hold on. So this morning, I go to my
at 12:45 a.m.
local elementary school. Okay.
Yeah, because that's where you go vote.
That's where my precinct is.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in. I'm waiting in line. 6:45. There's a line of about 30, 40 people already.
Wow.
Guy comes out. Precinct 16. Precinct 16. I'm like, holy shit! I need to be in precinct 11. What am I doing? He's like, precinct 11 down the hall. I'm like, fuck.
How long did you wait in that line before he said that?
I got there at 6:42, and he said that at 7:01.
Wow. So 20 minutes damn near.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Walk down. No sign whatsoever outside at all that there's two different precincts.
Right.
You're just supposed to know that.
Do they at least have it inside? Did you find, like...
Inside, after you have to wait in a line, inside the place where you vote is on the wall.
Right.
I was fed up. Fed up.
At least you voted, man. I'm happy. I'm happy you voted.
The guy behind me was so pissed off. But anyways, there was no line at precinct 11, which is where I because everyone was going to precinct 16. It was great. Anyways, let's continue. I'm gonna pull up.
No, yeah, go ahead. Get what you got to get together for us. Yeah, it was. You know, I came there around 11:30 in the morning. Went to go vote. Maybe a little bit later than that. Maybe almost. You know, I'd say 11:30 in the morning. I went to go vote.
I don't like
it was still relatively busy. I would just go directly to a Fox or to like a.
I don't want to go CNN.
I mean, recently CNN's not too bad. I'll say, realistically speaking, but Yeah, we got there at 11:45. Wasn't too busy. It definitely wasn't any line or anything like that. I got right in, but I will say that machines were acting up, Eric. It was not.
That's not good.
No, it wasn't. It was not accepting a lot of people's scans, and then a lot of the times it was telling people errors that it would say something was not fully bubbled in, and you had two options. You could either just accept it as it is, and whatever it would scan, or you have to go redo the whole thing.
I don't like that. I do not like that.
Eric, anyone I saw that got that rejected thing that said you have to go redo it or accept it as is, I looked at them and I was like, look at me. I looked at them like this. I'm like, you know what you got to do. You got to go do it. You got to go redo that thing.
Ooh.
So
based off of this,
hold on. We'll get there to a second. Let's jump into this into a minute. But right now, I want to just say that through the last month, I think that Kamala's party and campaign has really shit the bed. One more thing before we jump in and really look at the numbers of what's available. I'm a big believer in I don't even want to say I'm a believer in it, but I just want to say that you follow the money, right? Big believer following the money, and that money tells the truth about a lot of things. I've been following the money recently. I've been following the donations, following the spending, following the bets that you can now take, which is fucking blowing my mind.
But bro, how is Robinhood selling that as a contract, but it's like gambling?
Well, so that's what we'll get into that a different day, because that people don't understand. Those are two different things, because a stock and a contract, because stocks are gambling. A contract is gambling too, but on a whole different extreme level. Because it's, imagine that your $5 puts out, let's say it's $5 a hand on a contract. But if you keep your $5 in for an hour, you could make $100. But if you keep your $5 in for 2 hours, you could lose $300.
That's not how these are working, though.
I know, because that's not a contract. But they're selling, that's my whole point. That's
it's
exactly
fucked up.
Yes, because it's sold as a contract, but it's not working as a contract.
It's literally like playing blackjack.
Yes, because if you buy it for $1 and you win $2. If you lose, then you lose your $1.
It's like going black or red.
That's it.
Roulette, yeah, swear to God.
So that's, if you would have took your bet last week, right now you're not as equal, but if you would have took the bet last week, no matter who you would have bet on, you would have broke even.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you bet both.
Alright, so
break us in, Eric. Eric's got the polls live for us right now.
I don't know how accurate this information is here. So, no electoral.
Whoa! No way,
This is only 47,000 votes.
No, but still, bro, that's a crazy number.
This is correct. So this is straight from Google from right here. No electoral votes have been casted yet, so we don't know any of
well, it's true because the polls haven't closed yet.
Correct. So we'll know in about an hour. Ooh, less than 45 minutes actually.
No, an hour 45.
Polls close at 7.
8.
8?
8.
Polls close at 8, so an hour and 45 minutes. It looks like Trump's going to win Indiana from this thing and Kentucky.
As of right
now. I'm assuming he'll probably win most of this inner square right here as well.
So real quick, get into this real quick. I'm going to stand up for this. So right now we got our battleground states. We have Michigan.
Pennsylvania.
We got Pennsylvania. If I'm not mistaken, we have Arizona. We have Nevada.
I think Wisconsin, too.
We have Wisconsin. And then I believe we have... Georgia. Is it Georgia?
Every year.
Okay, so I'm sure we might have a couple more, but it's a really interesting sight to see right now, because what it really comes down to is Pennsylvania and Michigan. If these two states are secured off the rip, those are the main states for the swing states. If those two are secured off rip, it's a guaranteed win for
19
Trump.
Electoral votes. They got the most out of the whole.
They have 19
country.
and Michigan has either 11 or 16.
15.
15. Okay, I was right in between.
And they're still saying they're expecting results in less than 2 hours. So
which I don't have faith
I'm not buying on it, but I'm faithful for tomorrow morning.
So real quick, I want to ask you this. Obviously, California is going to go blue, without a doubt.
Yep.
But I think that this is going to be the biggest red result we've seen in a long time. What is your opinion?
It's just going up as we speak here.
It is.
So,
is there any chance you can get me polls for last year on California?
4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago in California, 2020 election. For California.
Stay with us, folks.
Yep, we're getting here. If I were to just type California, if you can get... Oh, okay, this works.
Damn,
So, okay, 63.48. So, Trump
11
got,
million votes for Joe Biden.
well, I'm more looking at percentage. That makes it easier. Okay, so Trump got
more than
33% of votes. We'll just put it like that. He got 1/3 of the votes. In my opinion, if Trump can get over or at 40% of the votes, Eric, in California, that's nuts.
It's huge.
Eric, that's fucking insane.
What's crazy is people are still voting for Robert Kennedy.
It's
Who do you
sad.
think these people are?
Well,
his family and like his local town friends?
Probably. And so that's one more thing before we hop out of here I want to touch base on, you know. So the whole, before Robert Kennedy joined the Trump campaign, he went and kind of sued. I don't know who you kind of sue in this kind of process.
It wasn't Colorado, right?
No, it was just suing he was suing whoever runs the election in general, saying that because I'm dropping out,
And endorsing someone.
I should no longer be on the ballot, right? And they were like, no, that's wrong. You have to be in the ballot. Da 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 da. Now that he went and endorsed Trump, and he's saying, take me off the ballot, saying the opposite. Now they're saying the opposite. You know, I'm sorry. In the beginning, I said it wrong. He's trying to say, take me off the ballots. You know, he's not trying to stay there.
They want him on because then
It's going to take votes away.
Yeah.
But see, that's what a lot of people.
Thankfully, it doesn't look like a lot of people are voting.
No, absolutely. But what the thing is that's really interesting is that people are saying is that there's a small chance that it can also hurt the Democratic Party because there could be enough people to swing the vote against them. That if it's a bigger percentage than like 2 or 3% that vote for Kennedy, it can kind of go against Kamala. Yeah.
I'm interested on these electoral votes.
Absolutely. We're going to keep, maybe we'll try to keep it updated on the social medias, being kind of dead on there. We're going to maybe post an update tonight on the stories. But Eric kind of forgot about Instagram. Yep, Eric forgot about Instagram. It's all good. But I'm over here, bro.
Who's supposed to be doing
You.
this?
It's all good, though. But we'll touch base, next week. Once we have our new candidate and our new president elected. May God bless us.
Oh, it's going up more.
Trump, please help us out here. We need your protection. We need your help. And to that, we'll say God bless America. Good night. If you didn't vote, get your ass out there right now.
Yeah, you got about 20 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes.
By the time they see this.
Yeah. By the time you see this, it's the new person's life. But to that, thank you for tuning in. God bless America. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're out.